At their best during the Six Nations. They weren't at their best in their opening game where they got absolutely smoked by Ireland, 55 points to 50, but they were outstanding in beating Australia in their second pool game by 17 points to 12. They controlled possession, they controlled territory. They'll need much more of the same today against this Georgian side who, as I've said, are big, strong and powerful, and these wet, slippery conditions might just suit the men in white. For all the conditions, slippery underfoot, little messy, grubby, and in some ways, predictably, the teams will have to play a kicking and short carrying game. But before we do get to kick-off, the emotions will run high in both these teams. Set for the national anthems, the looks, the glazes, the preparation done. It is time for them to experience patriotism at its best, singing the anthems before a big game. Getting quite to the gain line, but he's coming now through the Pelliccioli, the big front rower. Now comes Gritti, the big second rower. He is a big, heavy man. Not the tallest second row, but a powerfully built fella. Same side. And the pass goes in behind. De Villiers forced back into the mud patch. Casilio now waits for his forwards to get in place. First carry for Milano.
Behind, step up,
basically look to rebuild and start again. See a fair bit of that in these muddy conditions as the up and under comes from Casilio. It's a good one. It's well taken at the back there. Takashvili.
No hands!
Driven into his 22. Georgia will be able to clear. 8-2 or make one or two carries. Risky stuff when it's wet and muddy like this. Sometimes better to clear quickly.
Stay there!
Two kids there.
Stay!
In the pocket. And out it goes. You said it, Layla. Easy ground, game by Italy again.
You can see the game plan from Italy to send it up high, make it contestable, and they really are doing well to get those outside backs in there, get jumpers up in the air to potentially contest for that ball as well. Georgia, not being able to do anything. The only thing they can do is try and clear their line.
Coming on, and the injured Lorenzo Eletri is replaced early on in the 5th minute. Real shame for the flying winger. He's a big old unit. He's over 100 kgs. He's made his way on and will play on the left wing. It's drama for Italy, who only have 2 backs on the bench.
Yeah, very early on, have to make that change. 5.5 minutes in is not what you want.
Well, there from the Italian back, same way again. Miranzi with a big carry. Around the corner they come again. Gasparini awfully close to the touchline. Now the change of direction. Gritti. Little switch of play to the blind side. The new man, Scaramin, gets a first touch. Go back for the penalty advantage. Nice patient build-up, actually.
Oh, that's brilliant build-up. I mean, there's so much to talk about. You've got interplay between forwards and backs in Italy, playing that back ball, looking for the second wave to come in. Got the line integrity on the defensive efforts from Georgia as well. Really doing well, discipline-wise, to stay on side at ruck time, pushing hard, getting in the faces of the Italians, making sure they don't get over the gain line. Something's got to give, though. You kind of feel like it's a dam wall that's starting to build and build and build, and Italy getting themselves into the right places on the pitch.
Yeah, you say that, and yet the hard thing is in these really slippery conditions, the change of direction, the slight of foot is always tough.
Good stuff. We're sitting quite high up in the comm box, but I'm pretty sure we heard a couple of those hits come through, swim around at the mall, trying to create more space, and then broke off the Dvali. Absolutely nowhere close to getting that ball down, though.
Maul again? What would you do?
Stick to what you know and use that to build pressure, use it to convert pressure to points. If it's a recipe that's working, no need to change. think the number of bodies we've seen down in the park within the first 33 minutes shows how physical this game has been.
Yeah, it's a good point, that, isn't it? When it's wet like this and slippery underfoot, the game's normally a little bit slower, a little more physical, a lot more crashes. It's about controlling the confrontations, controlling the gain line, the tackle line. The New Zealand under-20 side just arriving in the stadium. They'll watch a little bit before going to warm up. They've got Spain in the last game here at the Donny Craven Stadium. Game they should win, and should win quite comfortably, actually. Snuck in over France the other night. It was a wonderful game.
It's about to be like, watch how Spain comes out and ends up beating New Zealand, just to prove you wrong.
And we all eat our words.
Oh, Simone Brisighella, the pivot for this Italian side, receives a yellow card.
Yeah, it's a big blow, isn't it, to lose the man who's controlling things and the clearing kicker.
Absolutely, they've gone to him looking for those clearance kicks. He's been played such
the maul now. It's been a huge weapon for Georgia, but this time round it's not going to work. Closing the contest is the call.
Captain.
The HIA, sorry. They let the HIA reverse. Back comes Mirko Bologna. He's fine.
Yeah, they needed someone just to be able to control in the back as well as Simone Brisighella, not yet.
And that's important, I'd say, for Mirko Bologna to be back on, because Brisighella is in the sin bin. Good to have the 15 back.
This is obstruction coming from Captain Nicola Mite. Not going, so the ripper broke off. Ripper stole, but then he broke away.
Gasparini, he's throwing in, has been pinpoint accurate today, and same again, same maul infringement, this time against the Italians.
I think now it's just becoming pure frustration. They've conceded 8 penalties, have Italy. They've been their own worst enemy. They've only had 37% of the possession in the second half, so they've absolutely had no ball to play with. It's exactly what Georgia had in the first half. They didn't have ball to play with. Set piece went and then just broke off.
Yeah, it's Federico Pisani, I think, who's come around the corner there and sealed it. He's not allowing access to the ball carrier. Georgia back on attack, 5 meters out. The maul will be structured. No, not yet, but a go forward. They might get told to use it. Georgia keep coming. Can't quite get over. They had to break away. Lagvilava getting closer and closer, but that's ripped away by the Italians. It's Nelson Casatelli who's ripped it. Oh, the Italians can't believe it.
You have to roll, but you can't anyway.
I think the Italians thought that they had that ball with all money. Nelson Casatelli giving a little bit of
Be patient.
energy, saying, let's go, we're putting them under pressure, we're not going to deny them. Gets in there, gets the rip, but then doesn't roll, so doesn't create option for Georgians to steal.
Well, he could well have been penalised there, couldn't he? Catelli stole the ball well, and then was probably, to be fair, holding it on the ground. Could have been a penalty against him, not just a scrum against Italy.
Stability is the key. Okay.
This is a good try-scoring opportunity here for Georgia. Channel 1 ball, they've been good when they've moved it away quickly. Mika Lomidza won't be standing at the back of the scrum. It'll be Tavali who's going to lock down or pack down in that number 8 position.
Balance from watching.
Chedlidze on the tight end side for Georgia went to ground awfully early there.
Hey guys, just one key word. Stay the breaking. Stay the breaking.
goes in, just overextended early on first. Pisani as well just went down. So he's got to try and keep his weight up and stay square.
As Rassi Erasmus says, make the main thing, and the stable scrum. Easy to pop it over from bang in front, and it's 21 points to 10 the game. Certainly getting away from Italy right now.
Yeah, but we spoke, they just haven't had possession. But the breakaway, literally just on the drift in the very late cut-in for Khandrava, makes his coaching box very happy. Spoke about it, he's been so influential for Georgia as well, just not seeing enough ball though.
Lorenzo Casilio makes way, Matias Jimenez comes up.
Passes he's about to make.
Set!
Matias Jimenez feeds the scrum. Options to the left and right. The scrum is a good one from the Italian packer forward zone. They win the penalty advantage. Now it comes to the left. Nice little skip hands in there. It's de Villiers going through a bit of a gap. Can't free his hands and get the ball away. Italy come again through Casatelli. Good since he's come on, the young flanker.
Offside.
Offside. Couple of penalties it could have been there. We'll go back for the offside.
Yeah, this is what we've been asking the whole day, is run off the ball, work off the ball. That's exactly what Nelson Casatelli was doing. He started his run 3-4 meters from where the play was happening, which gave him all that momentum to potentially run into contact. Had the option on the outside and unselfishly gave it. Unfortunately, just losing it on the ground there. Now they're in a great position that overtracked Mikhail Lavashvili.
It's a wonderful solo effort, isn't it, from the young scrum half? Had a lot to do. Ball in two hands, round the corner he came, defence stood off, found the space, over he went. Georgia make the chase, and Italy have about 100 seconds to score 2 tries and at least 1 conversion. It's going to be awfully tight. They are to do it. They'll need to score right on this phase now. Jimenez. Medina. Jimenez again. Good line, good angle, good pace from Nicola Bozza. Shipped out wide. Villiers scrambling for every yard, but it's ripped off. Out it comes eventually. Chantila. First real chance for him to carry. Makes a yard or two. Jimenez back to that blind side. Second wave. Quick hands were needed. Scalabrin couldn't get it away, but he stands strong in the tackle. No clear release. Penalty it will be. Zigiela pops it into touch. Maybe one set of phases left for the Italians. Nice strong Kelly from Francesco Gentile, 108 kilograms, plays Lucid or hooker. To the front it goes. Piero Gritti. Real source of good line-out ball as Patrick de Villiers carries it up. No real progress. Sends the ball out nicely though. Gentile can't gather. It goes backwards though. Georgia applying pressure. Tidied up by Gentile. Scrappy finish for the Italians, but they've still got the ball. They can still finish with a real good moment here. Gentile with a little inside pop pass. No good though. Casatelli somehow scrambled. Hard, determined, organised in tough conditions. They've done absolutely everything that was required. Mikhail Khachalashvili came on and scrum off in the second half. Left off, or continued I should say, where Sandro Gigori left off. Really polished Georgian team. Italy though will be disappointed, not the best Six Nations in the